Hi, welcome to this Metapolator demo. My name is Peter Sicking. I'm an interaction architect. I run MMI Works in Berlin, and at the moment I'm working on the Metapolator project. What I'm going to be showing you is really work in progress. Everything will look really rough, have some holes in it, but I will be able to show you a quite simple task, but still a very powerful one, to create a font family out of a single font. So to get started with the project we're doing, we're gonna import a master from an existing font, and then we're gonna rename it to give it a purpose. In the middle, we can review this master, and on the left we can work on it. We're not going to work on this one. We're going to duplicate it, and we're going to make a thin weight out of this one. It still looks the same, but now for the whole font and this master level, we're going to change some of the parameters. We're going to reduce the weight, and we're going to increase the X height a little bit to compensate. And then also we can select both of them in the Masters panel and compare them in several ways here by word. And as a font designer, might not be completely satisfied. So yeah, the O's and the E's and the Z, they all need the same sort of compensation. So we do them all at the same time. We're gonna compensate the X height a tiny bit for them, and do that while we can still review the results and see if we get it quite right. So we continue reviewing, and then there's still something with the E, so we really zoom in on it, and then simply by grabbing it and working with it, we're able to adjust this skeleton, which will update its skeleton parameters. Now, when we're happy with that, we're gonna create a third master font in a similar fashion. We a black weight, and here they're shown in the overview by a paragraph. And the point is that at this moment we have 3 good fonts that already at this point here you can export and try them out, use them a bit in anger, and now to get to a family of 9 members, we're not going to continue on and on here in the parameter space. We're going to move towards metapolation. To do that, we're going to set up a design space. For that, we move to the right. The masters have moved to the left. The masters we made, and Metapolator is already recognized from the parameters we set that, and it proposes to put them in a sequence in a master sequence, so that they're no longer loose points in the design space, but really connected to each other. So the regular weight is highlighted in this sequence in design space, and at the bottom we can review again with different specimens what we're working with. Now we're really gonna do some metapolation. For that we move over, and now we're gonna play some instances in this design space, and we do that by making a string of instances, 9 of them, no coincidence, and we span it across the master sequence from one side to the other. Now we can review them. We can look at these instances, see the specimens, and we can move the instances left to right to give them a different metapolation. Now everything looks quite good, but not perfect. So it's almost perfect, but we'd like to make a tiny adjustment to this one here. And for that, we have, and we see them in design space, we can add an adjustment master at that point, which is made exactly for the task. Take everything from the metapolation at that point, but introduce a tiny adjustment. So The specimen you see here is, because the adjustment master is not doing anything yet, is simply the result of a metapolation at that point. But now we can move to its parameters. You see it on the right in the panel. And yeah, there's something wrong with the queue, so we select the queue and extend the descender a little bit. And now it really is perfect at this point, so happy with that. And we move over back to our metapolation. We do some more reviewing, and in several ways we can change the results. We can move the masters themselves about on the sequence. We can move the adjustment master to change its influence, and we can, as said, we can move the instances to really get the right results. When we're happy with that, we're really gonna churn out the fonts. So for that we map the instances to a font family, name them, and now it's already allowing to export, but what we finally have to do, and that's really a work in progress. In the right panel we have to assign metadata. That's going to be done in a way that doesn't create so much work. Assign most of it to the family, and then to each family member the specifics for that family member. And now we're able to press export and get a whole font family out of Metapolator. Now, it would be normal to put this font family to a thorough review, and then if we want to make changes to it, we can work at different levels to adjust things. Go back to the masters, change parameters, touch up, introduce a new master. We can introduce more adjustment masters in the design space, and we can again move around with masters, adjustment masters, and instances, and in that way get the results we were looking for. But it's all in a quite efficient way that we are able to do this. Now this was just a simple task I showed you. If I would have made 2 more masters and not change the weight of it, but really a different aspect, like the width of it, I could have set up a more complex design space, a more dimensional design space, and it would be very easy to get like 4 families of widths and weights out of that with just an incremental amount of extra work. So this is what I can show you today, and all I can say is stay tuned, and I want to thank you for watching. Bye bye.